What is going on, guys? My name is Noble. Thank you for coming to another video. Now this video is just going to be another cheat update. It's going to be talking about the last couple of things that's been happening in the past week in regards to the cheating scene, what Activision has been doing, how the players have been receiving this information, and what cheat providers are doing now due to these events that have been taking place. And just a reminder, guys, at most this is what we can do as creators. We are just seeing what we see in the Discord scene, the Twitter scene, the Call of Duty scene in general, and just reporting it, compiling all this information for you guys, for those who are not Twitter heads, for those who are not deep into the scene like how these other creators are, and we're just giving you an update and our opinion on that situation. And that's the most that we can do as creators, right? We can talk about it, we can have discussions over it, but at the end of the day, for the cheating scene to actually become better or to change, it is up to Activision. But hey, who doesn't like a good story of cheat providers being detected and cheat resellers having to shut down because of Activision's recent push on sending cease and desist letters to these guys? So let's start with the first one, dating all the way back to May 6th. We got Itapa reporting that artificial aiming has been detected. Itapa tweeted right here, one of, if not the oldest COD cheat provider has been detected. Rare Ricochet W. If you using AA and have recently been shadow banned, that's a rip for that account and your hardware ID. Now, in my opinion, though, this is a good dub and all. Artificial aiming is very similar to, I would say, the amount of detections that AC Diamond has, that Engine Owning has, and regards to the quality of their cheat, it's just as trashy. So great, I'm glad that artificial aiming has been detected, but you're probably only going to see a reduction of like rage hackers, people who don't care about whether people know that they cheat or not, and they're just gonna throw their accounts left and right because they don't care about their accounts being banned. They're just gonna get a new one and start playing again and continue to ruin the experience for others. So great, cool, rage hackers are out of the scene. The ones that I really want out of the scene is the closet hackers, because those guys, at least rage hackers, they're truthful about themselves. They know that they're assholes. They know that they are ruining other people and they just frankly don't care. The ones who we really got to hold accountability to is the closet hackers, the closet hacker content creators, because these guys are faking their image on their stream and in their content to say, hey, follow me, join my community, support me because I can give you great, natural, entertaining gameplay, when in actuality it's not. It's their use of cheats and they are getting away with it. They are making the bag with dishonest work. So moving on to May 7th, a lot of players had started to experience lobby crashes and server crashes, especially in Warzone rank. Now Call of Duty sent an update on May 8th saying that we understand the frustration caused by ongoing server crashes and want to clarify that these issues are not due to known malicious attacks or activity. Quote, remember that, known malicious attacks. Our studio teams are actively investigating the root cause, which shipped with Season 3 Reloaded update, and will provide updates as soon as possible. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, guys, but please, whoever is still blindly trusting Activision that whatever word they sent out there is 100% honest truth, you guys need to get your head out of the gutter, because there's a lot of players that's even on that comment thread saying that it's not just a server issue. We got Rara here saying, come on guys, I've legit had hackers say bye then crash the lobbies after killing them. You also lied about this before for press. Just be honest. And correct, just be honest, Activision. I would rather have Activision announce to say, hey, our anti-cheat is crap. That is why we cannot actually detect these cheats, and that's why we are sending cease and desist letters out. I'm sorry, we are actively working on it. Please be patient. I'd rather hear a message like that than to have nothing mentioned at all and Activision continue to push this PR campaign about Ricochet being all great and all good. You also got CJ here saying, it's awfully funny that times it's happened to me was after I take someone out. You guys are unwilling to stop cheaters and hackers, instead shadow ban and voice chat ban for swearing. Your priorities are effed up at Call of Duty. Then we also got critique here. Not true, I was put into a ranked match and one of the players said he will crash the game after the first circle closes. Guess what? He crashed the lobby. Why are you lying about the situation? I posted on Reddit and immediately got removed. Why? Hurry up and fix it. And just to make things worse, and I don't know if this was a hiccup or people in the Activision's marketing team is actually that dumb. But literally 2 days later, Charlie Intel reported Activision has filed a lawsuit against a group of individuals responsible for cheats and cheat device distribution and manufacturing, seeking a jury trial for interfering with their Call of Duty IP. The individuals are being sued for trafficking in circumvention devices, violation of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, intentional interference with contractual relations, and as well as unfair competition. So the fact that Activision announces this literally 2 days later, saying that it's not due to malicious attacks, but yet they are suing individuals for messing with the Call of Duty IP, yeah, no, that does not look good for Activision at all. But let's take our foot off of, trashing Activision for a second, because Charlie Intel also reported Activision has sent a cease and desist letter to the manufacturers of Cronus hardware in an attempt to stop the company from selling their Cronus and hardware in an attempt to further crack down on Call of Duty cheaters. It says here, in response, we have delivered cease and desist demands to several companies that create and sell these products and will take them to court if necessary. We have already seen compliance from some of the companies we've contacted. However, we will continue to pursue other device makers in the market globally, as well as people that create scripts to manipulate Call of Duty game code. Will this cease and desist letter actually make changes to stop the manufacturing of Cronus products? I honestly don't think so. Cronus devices have been such a widely popular device to use, especially in the console scene. But if it actually does go through, great, at least for individuals who are having the matchmaking play off to do console only, at least they're going to experience less players using Cronus Zen on the console side. All right, moving on to the next event that happened, and this is one of my favorite ones because I've actually had conversations with this cheat reseller. On May 10th, a fairly known cheat reseller called Insidious Aim has had to shut down. In their announcement message here, effective immediately, Insidious Aim will be shutting down operations due to a legal notice received from Activision Publishing. This was not an easy decision for us. Since our launch in 2018, Insidious Aim has proudly served over 5,000 individual customers, delivering high quality tools and unmatched support within the community. We are deeply grateful for your trust and loyalty over the years. And the reason why I'm kind of excited about this cheat reseller having to close up shop is because this cheat reseller is one of the rare few that have always dodged detections from any of the Ricochet anti-cheat updates. With them being operational for 7 years, dodging every single anti-cheat update, and only recently now being detected and sent with a cease and desist letter to close up operations. Great, better late than ever, but I would say a lot of damage has already been done. You know, what's funny is I had the conversation with one of the main guys that run that Discord, and he said, yeah, I've been in the community since 2018. I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon. It's far too profitable and lucrative. I've made more in the past 7 years than I ever thought feasible. Yeah, you're definitely going somewhere, all right? You're definitely going to close up shop. That's what you have to do. And I did have a longer conversation with this guy, and to be honest, to sum everything up, he's just one of those individuals who doesn't care if they're cheat or not. The money is in the cheating scene, and it was strictly for monetary gain. At the end of the day, it's really about the bag for some of these guys, and that's their main motivation as to why they continue to sell cheats. And in the most recent event that happened, we have another cheat reselling Discord called Only Services is going to be shut down due to a cease and desist letter sent from Activision. What I think is kind of funny though is that he messaged it a day before saying, I think my days of selling cheats are over. I'm probably going to convert the Discord over to something a little different. So it also really makes me wonder is like, are these Discord cheats or these cheat resellers, are they actually being sent with legal notices from Activision, or are they just using that as a cop-out for them to exit scam their customers? So like if they ever decided to stop, selling cheats, maybe they made enough money, they want to do something else, and they have to find a way to just get out without any legal or open public repercussions from their player base, that they just use cease and desist letter as their cop-out. But again, like I always say in my videos, at the end of the day, we can report all of these events happening. We can say how many cheat providers have been detected, how many resellers had to close up their Discord. But Activision, the ball is in their court. The ball has always been in their court. It's whether they want to act as a company that cares about just making money, or they actually care about their player base and having a cheat-free scene. But you already know Activision is a business. A business is going to do what a business is going to do, and that's to continue to make profit regardless of the circumstances. But if anything, guys, that's all the events that I have for today. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the content, please drop a like to the video. It's going to help a lot in the algorithm, and drop a sub to the channel. We'd be happy to have you join the family. All right. If anything, guys, stay pure, stay noble, and kill it out there. Noble out.